I love you all dearly. What Sandy Speaks wants to do is let my kings and queens know you can do it. We can be successful. It is up to us.
Her story was one of resistance and resilience, and fighting for justice and what is right and equality. And so I think it has brought to light the injustices towards women of color and police brutality, but more so the resilience of women and Black women, and how we will not remain silent in waiting to hear what the verdict is and what justice is going to look like. There are people every day on the front line saying, we who believe in freedom will not rest until it comes. And so even though I never got a chance to meet Sandra, and the way that I met her was as a result of her death, I'm thankful that this is how we are bringing to light that women, we will not just sit back and let society dictate, even in death, how people will choose to remember us.
I had the chance to hear a video that I hadn't heard before from Sister Sandra Bland in her series #Sandy Speaks. When I saw it, I was incredibly moved by it, not only because seeing her face and hearing her voice resonated me on a deeper kind of spiritual level, but also because it made me wonder to what extent she recognized at the time that she made the video how much of an impact it would have, but then also how much it would cost her to really make this call for action. And what I walked away with it, listening to Sister Sandra Bland, was to really think about what we say or what we mean when we say that we're taking up a call to action, either in our scholarship, in our ministry work, in our teaching, in our research. And if we do that, being mindful that it will cost us something emotionally, spiritually, materially, and that if we're not ready to lay it out all on the line, then we need to consider what we've been called to do.
When I think about Sandra Bland, what comes to mind is how she's deeply connected with the mission of the Christian church. When we think about the power and the movement and the presence of the Holy Spirit, I don't think we realize that we're in some ways talking about a ghost. So what happens when we allow ghosts of many forms to haunt our Christian imagination, to remind us what it means to be community, to remind us what it means to be human? What happens when we let ghosts live and we let ghosts move and have their being within our mission and our pursuit of justice?
Today I had an opportunity to see a video that Sandra Bland made before her death, and really reflecting on that video and her bodily presence and what it means for us to hold Black bodies, especially Black women's bodies, regarding my own work in that area. I think it's significant to really think about the care and the intention that we regard Black women and spaces that Black women dominate. I really reflected on the video that was released when she was interacting with the police officer that day, and what it meant for the police officer to have no particular regard for her femininity, for her Blackness, for her humanity in general. And I think it was a major moment that reminded me that the church still has a responsibility to speak to and for Sandra Bland, to speak to and for women like Sandra Bland, for Black people like Sandra Bland, for LGBT people. I think it brings up and unearths a lot of issues regarding what we do with bodies and how we regard them, and how we regard them as vulnerable at all times, and how that says something to how we treat them in the long run.
Just be great. Go out there and be the greatest thing that you can, and I guarantee you it will turn your life around. Sandy Speaks.